Hi, I'm Lindsey, and this is 6 easy ways to stop as a beginner on roller skates. Before I get into the video really quick, if you're on day 3 of my Learn to Skate program, here's your warm-up. My first and, honestly, weirdly, favorite way of stopping is the spread eagle stop. To do this stop, I start by skating forward, then I go into a spread eagle stance by turning both feet out, and that forces me to turn because my feet don't turn out exactly all the way, so it ends up putting me in a little half circle, and then I end up facing the opposite direction and it stops my momentum. So as you can see, I'm skating forward, I flip the back foot out so I'm heel to heel, and that forces me into this half moon, and that turns me around. Make sure that when you do this, you're trying to keep your chest up and both knees bent and trying to turn out from the hip, not from the knee or the foot. It starts at the hip. Now let's go ahead and practice. So I want you to start by just doing this in place, like going one way and then flipping around and going the other way, trying to just do some little half moon circles without a ton of momentum. Once you can do that, try rolling into it. I find this to be a lot of fun. Try to do both sides, and let's go for 10 on each side. I have found this to be my favorite way of stopping in most situations. Another great way of stopping is the plow stop. This is when you're skating forward or backward and you push your feet out and then you make a bubble forward to meet your two toes together. To perform this method of stopping, you're going to be skating forward, then you're going to bend your knees, point both feet slightly out, and then point them back in and meet the toes together. Focus on squeezing your inner and outer thighs to control this motion. It also activates your glutes, so focus on that as well. I like to use this stop at slow to medium speeds because if I were to do it at high speeds, I feel like I might crash my toes into each other and end up falling forward. Let's practice this one first in place by going back and forward, making a bubble. Then let's practice 10 times rolling with some speed going forward, then stopping that momentum by performing the plow stop. The number 3 method of stopping is the turnaround toe stop. So this one is actually good for most speeds. You can do this fast or slow. But the catch is that it does take more practice and you have to be able to do a transition in order to do it. Here's another angle. So in order to learn this, you need to learn how to do a transition. So if you haven't yet, check out the video that I posted before this one that teaches you 5 easy drills you need to be doing as a beginner. So to perform this stop, you're going to start by skating forward with momentum. Then you're going to turn your back foot out so you're heel to heel, turning you around. Then you're going right up onto your toe stops. Here it is again. You're skating forward, heel to heel, up onto those toe stops. Make sure when you're doing this that you're spotting forwards, and then as you turn 180, you're going to spot your new forwards. To practice, let's do this almost stationary, just rolling a tiny bit 10 times, and then do it 10 times at a medium speed and 10 times at a fast speed. When you start doing this, your transition is going to be open arms, so you're going to open 180, but as you get used to it, you're going to do this more casually, and you won't really have to do the open arms like a hinge. You can just lead with your shoulders, and the move will get smoother with time. Our next move is the drag toe stop. So this move is perfect for beginners because it's probably the easiest one by far. To do this skill, keep your weight over the front foot and keep both knees bent and drag one foot behind you. Make sure to switch it up sometimes, or maybe twist your toe stops sometimes so that you're not always on exactly the same spot, or else you might wear down your toe stops prematurely. I really only like to do this stop at slow to medium speeds, or else I feel like I can't control it. Our next best stop is number 5, the T-stop. So can we talk about this for a second? I still struggle with this one, and I'm pretty sure it's because whenever I'm skating, I'm outdoors on slightly rocky ground. Even right here, I feel like it's a little bit too rocky, so I can't get a nice smooth stop. I have tried this on smooth surfaces like wood, and oh my gosh, it is so much easier. So if you're having trouble, remember you might be just on too rocky of a surface to be able to do this. To perform this stop, you're going to pick one foot as your back foot. So go ahead and you're going to slide that foot behind the other one into a T position. The goal is to keep all 4 wheels onto the ground. This is way easier if your ground is smooth, because if it's not, the ground grabs onto your skate and tries to pull it. Also, if you're doing this out on hard ground like I am, I feel like it might ruin your skates a little bit because it grips a little bit too much. So just watch out for that. Let's go ahead and practice this stationary 5 times, just the movement of putting that one foot into a T behind the other foot with all 4 wheels flat. Then go ahead and try it rolling 5 times on each side. Our last stop is number 6, the knee stop. This is kind of like an if all else fails, this is your stop. So if you're going at a high speed and you need to stop and you're wearing knee pads, you're just gonna kneel down and use that knee pad to stop. It's a safe way of stopping at high speeds, so if you need to, then you can do this. Otherwise, if you're going at slow speeds, I feel like this would be kind of silly to do. I would never do it. Actually, I take that back. I kind of do this sometimes when I'm vlogging and I need to kneel down to talk to the camera. Otherwise, I would probably only do this in a do or die situation. But it's still important to know this in case you need it. So let's practice this 5 times on each side, just stationary, and then 5 times rolling into it. You don't need to go at a high speed because I feel like you can still get the feel for it going at a slow speed. Alright, now that you've practiced your 6 ways of stopping today, let's do our workout. So today is day 3. Here's your circuit. You're going to do 30 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest. And then between rounds, you have 2 minutes of rest. This is plyometrics, so it's teaching your legs and lower body to be explosive for roller skating. Also, if you roller skated along with me today, make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can repost your story.